This is one of my first lessons I learned in differentiation very early in my career when I started out my landscaping company. And I'll share, I've done it in every company that I've ever owned and every company I've ever advised. And what I've done is I've taken the path of leveraging the complaints in the industry rather than focusing on my unique selling proposition. I take
Wow.
I take the top 5 complaints in the industry currently. What is everybody complaining about? And then I look at the services that I've been providing to my clients for free that I really shouldn't have to provide for free and that I really should be getting paid for, but I don't because I do them because you're a good client, you know, and I really shouldn't, but I do anyway. So I make a list of those items, and then I take my current pricing, whatever it is. Let's say it's 100. I cross out that line and I double it. And I say I now charge 200. And then I take that number and I cross that out again and I double it again. And I say now I charge 400. And then I look at my list of complaints and I look at the list of services and I say to myself, what would I have to provide to my ideal client avatar that would make that highest number seem like a good value? Not a cheap price, but a good value. Okay. And then I can decide to stick with that highest price, or I can decide to modify it. But if I were to take the complaints plus the most requested services, and I were to say to myself, okay, what else would I have to add to make this sound like a good value? I will likely differentiate myself from my competitors very, very quickly. And we have a term for it. We call it the obnoxious offer. It's obnoxious in price, but it's obnoxious in value. And we have found that has been a differentiator for our clients, and it's almost right away because you are addressing the pain of the industry and specifically of your ideal client avatar, and we have found that that's an immediate differentiator.
Can I try to recap that in a very short period of time, because that is amazing what you just outlined. So I can't come up with a really concise title because I was trying to capture these, but really it's how to leverage your top 5 complaints of customers to grow your business. So the first one is you make a list of, say, the top 5 complaints that customers have, consistent complaints, that type of thing, that says, here are the clear 5 things that are most on the mind of people that are letting us, giving us negative feedback. The second is you take your prices, you double them, then you mark that line out and you double them again. So virtually you're quadrupling your prices.
Yep.
Then you say, okay, we're gonna look at those top 5 complaints and we're gonna modify our most requested services or our most valued services and add value to them so that the new price point of these services looks like a good value.
Yeah.
Is that a clear?
You nailed it. I mean, they would say, wow, that's a lot, but I got to tell you, they're giving a lot. They're asking a lot, but they're sure giving a lot.
Right. You're also refining, it looks like you're refining your customer base a bit, where you have this idea that, if they're going to buy at 4 times, they're probably also your most loyal customers.
Right, exactly. I mean, if you look at here's a good example, because some of you are thinking like, oh my God, well, I've got to charge all this money. There's other ways to get there. Think of the game Fortnite, right? That's a free game, by a couple of developers that were passionate gamers who said, I don't like the games we have, and I don't like the options you have within the game, and I can't customize as quickly. And Fortnite has become a billion-dollar company and has changed the way games are now made because they just appealed to the passionate gamer and they got them.
How did Fortnite monetize?
By in-app purchases, in-game purchases.
Oh yeah, so, you can buy levels and things like that up, right? Yeah.
Right, and that's where they make their money. So you can have an obnoxious offer that starts out free. Right, but once you're in the game, I can charge you a little bit more for that in-app purchase and that little bit more. If I charge you $3.99 instead of $2.99, are you going to sit there in the middle of a game you're passionate about and say, "Oh well, that's it. I'm gonna cut my experience over $1"?
Exactly.
You say, no way would you do that. But $2.99 to $3.99 is a 30% premium.
Yeah.
How many of you out there would like to just overnight get a 30% premium on
Right.
whatever you do,
Right.
right? Of course you would. So, once, they have appealed to their audience, there's a lot of ways to get to the obnoxious offer, many ways to do that, but that they nailed it. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant the way they did it.
And a dollar doesn't sound like much, but if you've got 50 million people playing your game, that is a game changer.
Yeah,
That dollar
absolutely.
is a game changer.
Yeah.
Well, Carl, you have provided so much value in a very short period of time today, and I'm so grateful. Is there any question that I haven't asked you that you just wanted to touch on here as we're wrapping up? And then after that, if you just want to let people know where they can find you, the best place to find you online.
Sure. The main message that I would give, we've helped launch over 5,000 businesses in 35 countries, and one of the things that we've learned over the years is that every one of those businesses could have been as successful as they wanted to be, but what most early entrepreneurs forget is that they are in the marketing business, and you can't get caught in this feast and famine syndrome of, well, I'm not going to market because I'm fulfilling the order or providing the service, and then when I'm out of work, then I start marketing again. That is a slippery slope that very few survive, especially when you're early stage. Is that you have to turn on the marketing and lead generation funnel, and it can never be turned off ever. And as long as you accept that reality, you will have a wonderful time in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship will be the most energy draining thing you ever do, but at the same time, it'll be the most rewarding work you ever do. So they balance off. So if you're up for the marathon, you will cross the line every time. So that would be my message, because I see so many people stop one step short of the finish line.
Can it be energy draining and energizing at the same time?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean which is really almost like a paradox,
Well, at the end of every day, from the neck down, I'm exhausted, but I can't sleep because from the neck up, I'm like, that was awesome.
The gears are just spinning, continuing.
Exactly.
The hamster's running on the wheel, for sure.
Right. I mean, you weren't born to go into your casket with a lot of energy left over. Use it all up.
Leave it on the field. There you go.
Absolutely. And if you're doing what you love, you will be, spiritually and emotionally and psychologically, you'll be so energized you'll want to do it. You'll want to wake up the next day and do it again.
Sure. So where can people best find you?
CarlGould.com is the gateway for all the things that I do. So that's probably the best way to go. We have a contact us page where we offer everyone who comes to any presentation or listens to a podcast a free what we call business analysis, a growth analysis to find out how much your business can grow. It's spend an hour or two with a growth advisor on us. That's our give back to the entrepreneurial community.
Wow, what a great gift.
Oh, thank you, and I'm so grateful that you allowed me to be on here. So take us up on it. Go to carlgould.com, put business analysis right in the subject line, and we'll set you up with a growth advisor and show you how to take your business to the next level.
That's CarlGould.com.
Once you heard it, it's hard to unthink that.
Hard to unthink. That's it's like it rhymes with gold.
That's right. Well, there you go.